It's football time in Tennessee. Those words have long been associated with running through the tee, the glory of the checkerboard end zone, and the Big Orange ready to do battle. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. To show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't win. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Wildcats will have it 1st and 10. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Now they'll run the draw. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and they forced the incompletion.
Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the 1st 3rd down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup because this environment is hostile.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Down for this offense. Looking for room. It's Thorne. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. It is a maxim of Tennessee football that you must be physical.
Physical. It's this kind of people they are, right? Tennessee people are physical. They want to do the dirty work. They're willing to do the dirty work, and you love it when your team has a bunch of grinders, a bunch of physical guys, a bunch of blue-collar guys that want to work.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Might as well give it to him again. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Well, this guy has exceeded all expectations all season. We knew and we thought he would be talented. He'd leave a mark on the offense. I don't think anybody expected him to be in the Heisman race this late in the season as a true freshman. He is just special.
He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Give to the back. Keeps the legs moving. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Reads it, fires complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try it over the left side. Strikes the blow. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. And the Volunteers want to pick up the tempo. Slams it ahead. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Trying to punch it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
The defense trying to make a stand on 3rd and goal. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll run it. And they swarm him under.
A lot of times you know on 3rd down, in the red zone, you know exactly what you're going to do the next play. You got to the 1. Now it's 4th down. This situation is what you wanted. Go after it. Go for it.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Tennessee.
No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Now on the option. Now the toss. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up.
Oh, look out. There he goes. He's at the 40. The 20. Past the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Arizona.
That's the kind of play that might happen only one time in your life if you're lucky. It's like a hole-in-one in golf. Pollock, a 99-yard touchdown run.
When you get almost 100 yards on the day, you're happy. But when you get it on 1 carry, it's even better. They give it to him. Once he gets past that 2nd level, no one catches him all the way to the house. 99 yards.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Iowa is down right now inside Kinnick Stadium, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Iowa City today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to James Madison. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Trying to get to it. Zings it complete to the right. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Love that throw there. And I remember as a Gator playing against Tennessee, you knew as a quarterback you were going to have to bring your A game to the park because of who was on the other sideline. I played against Peyton Manning, and I played against T. Martin, who won a national championship there. They have a legacy at that position. And this guy for Tennessee, he has a chance to be the next great one.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Using his legs, it's Thorne. Found a little space, and he's got forward to the 35.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Arizona 7, Tennessee 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Quarterback will audible. Toss sweep to the right. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Now on third down for this offense. It's in. Complete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Well, the offense is trying to throw for it in their own end on third down, and quarterback receiver not quite on the same page, and they're lucky because that was almost picked off.
Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think Jesse maybe give it to him again, or do you say, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Going to the running game. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
And I want to be a team that can run the football and be physical, especially on second and inches, buy myself some space, coming out of my own territory. The defense met the physical challenge. Now third and inches, this offense needs to be more physical.
They'll try to run for it. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Really nice job by the quarterback. Hey, a lot of quarterbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, and made a nice tackle.
Second down coming up. Looking to throw, it's Robbins. Fires to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Got the quick pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back looking for help. Delivers to contact. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Finds his tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wants to throw on third down. Pocket starts to collapse. Caught near the sticks. It's Davis. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Off the RPO, complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And I love working the slot receiver. You see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Running to the left. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Muscling ahead on third and short. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. The Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
You know, and that's a route this offense practices all week long. You really have to have great timing when you're throwing these out routes. There's nothing a defender can do on that one. Perfectly thrown, well caught. Nice job getting his feet in bounds.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. The give to the single back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. Couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down. The Vols racing to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. From the gun, the running back has it. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quick.
Nice play call, QB sneak, yet another first down. And this offense, they've been on the field for some time now. They're helping their defense out, giving them some wins so that when they get back on the field, they'll be ready to play with their hair on fire.
And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll ride his man on the option. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on, bottling him up. That's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Thorne. And he's a real nowhere man, tackled in this no-gain land. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This seems to be a chip shot field goal attempt and a routine 3 points, but they will go for it on 4th down. Wants to go up top. Moving away from pressure. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers! Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He's going to bring it out from deep. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. The give to the tailback. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Arizona will kick off to get the second half underway. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. He wants to take the top off. He's got it down the right side. Afterburner's coming. Touchdown, Tennessee! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. On to attempt the try. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Alabama is in serious trouble right now, and by in trouble, I mean this could get uglier than a bad prom date. They're trailing by 21 to Texas. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. offense onto the field. Give to the running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. Looking for a man. It's Robbins. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls out.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He'll go to the draw.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Buying some time. Hit as he throws. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Wide open downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
That's a pretty impressive throw, man. That's given me Peyton Manning to Peerless Price memories back when I was watching them, playing against them in college. That was a thing of beauty right there. There's a nice chemistry that this quarterback has with his group of wide receivers, and you see that in the timing of these throws.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gather maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
That looks like a real simple play by the wide receiver, but give him a ton of credit. That was an excellent route. He never telegraphed that he was breaking to the outside. Kept his eyes downfield, so when he cuts, he's able to get maximum separation from the defender, and that's why that play is successful.
He leaves it with his back. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And the Vols will line it up on 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Bought a little time, lets it go. He finds his man. and he'll be brought down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
Let's go.
Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
A field goal here would put them on top, but a touchdown's what you want in a game like this. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's got it on the run. Touchdown ball! They take the lead with the 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. Quick release on the RPO. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to pass, it's Robbins. Coming after it. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
Arizona runs out the punt team. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. He's looking to throw. They're working that left side. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. On the run, it's Thorne. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
The inside handoff. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
This feels like 4 down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
The Volunteers are flying down the field.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Tennessee 21, Arizona 14.
First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires downfield. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been picked.
Here comes the offense on second down. They'll give it to the back. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field. And this guy, I know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows he's got 97 yards rushing here in the fourth quarter. You know he is begging his coach just for one more carry to get that mark.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got a man. It's Thorne. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Trying to run. It's Thorne.
Running back number 3. He's standing at the 9-yard line. Brings up second down.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Caught in the backfield. It's high. Touchdown, Volunteers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They put another one on the board here in the fourth quarter. And how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Oklahoma State looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program with a case full of trophies, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's taking the shot. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
quickly complete. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
He's looking to throw it. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick six, but he needs to be more accurate.
29 Philly.
He's looking for a man on second down. Getting some heat. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be fourth down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him, and now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
1 for 2 on fourth down attempts so far, and we will get a third attempt here. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the change. The Vols are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Open runway ahead. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And the Vols will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run the option. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal.
Here we go.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one splits the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up high.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
Still on his feet at the 45. Nothing but green ahead. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
And the extra point was good.
31, Arizona 21.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The offense set for a first down play. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.